Hello friends, welcome to Study IQ. Again, Tamil Nadu, Nalla Irkingla. I hope you're all doing good. Within a couple of days, we are discussing again about our favorite superstar Rajinikanth. Recently, we got the news that Rajinikanth has cancelled his political plans after warning from God. We spoke in our last interaction about a possibility of an alliance between Rajinikanth's political party and Kamal Hassan's political party, Makkala Needi Mayyam. And it is quite ironic that after the release of our video, we got the news that Rajinikanth has cancelled his political plans. Now, in this video, we are going to understand why Rajinikanth has decided not to enter into this political contest in the Tamil Nadu elections in May 2021. What has been the history of his political journey and what would be the consequences of this particular decision by Rajinikanth on the Tamil Nadu politics. So let's begin our interaction. But before that, I am your friend, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me on the ID Rahul Sai 222. My Instagram, Facebook and Telegram channel ID is same. And apart from that, Study IQ has got smart course for you for UPSC 2021. Both prelims and mains are included in this. For more information, download the app from Google Play Store. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Study IQ. Right, I've already told you the news that Rajinikanth has cancelled his plans to enter into political fray. Now the question is why? Because in December 2020, when he announced that he's going to start a political party, he wants a change in Tamil Nadu. It sounded as if it was a now or never kind of an announcement which he made. In fact, he was very certain that on December 31st, he's going to start his political party. He was going to give details on December 31st. Instead of that, he has opted out of the political race, citing health concerns. Let's look at his exact statement. What did he say? Because a lot can be taken out of that. Now, if you look at Rajinikanth's statement, some interesting things have been said. It's very obvious that he's very sad that he has disappointed many of his fans, many of the people who did want to see some political change in Tamil Nadu. He said that it is with extreme sadness that I cannot enter politics. He said, although I'm not entering politics, but I will serve the people of Tamil Nadu. He says, the decision is only mine and I know I'm disappointing my fans. I apologize for that. But he used a very specific statement wherein he said that he got a warning from God. We know that he had been going through some health issues. He was hospitalized in Hyderabad, and he said the campaign that he would start after the political party after December 31, that would not just impact his health, but it would impact the health of the public because we are going through the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this was a statement that he gave. We'll try to analyze this in our later part of discussion, but right now, let's talk about his political journey. Now, if we talk about actors in politics, see, from Bollywood, there have been many people. Amitabh Bachchan tried his luck at politics. Govinda tried his luck. Sunny Deol is already there in politics, yes. But not huge amount of success has come to these actors. But if you look at South India, specifically Tamil Nadu, many actors have got decent amount of success. In fact, a couple of actors did reach to the zenith of state level governance. I'm talking about MG Ramachandran and J. Jayalalitha. Both have been chief ministers of Tamil Nadu. So in general, actors have done pretty decently. Some actors have struggled, but nonetheless, there are some actors who are good examples. So Rajinikanth's journey, or I would say aspiration of a political career, has had a very long history. Now, if you look at Rajinikanth's political journey, he did give indications that he is interested in politics way back in 1996. For more than 2 decades, discussions have been going on when will Rajinikanth enter politics. For the first time, the actor spoke about his ambition of politics way back in 1996. In the run-up of Tamil Nadu elections in 1996, when he announced he was willing to support Indian National Congress. But ironically, Indian National Congress, it supported AIADMK. Rajinikanth himself was against AIADMK. And at that time in 1996, Rajinikanth gave a statement that if Jayalalitha, who was the AIADMK, that is All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kadagam chief, if she is voted to power, then even God cannot save Tamil Nadu. This was a statement he gave way back in 1996. And what was the result of these elections? AIADMK alliance lost and DMK alliance won, which was in alliance with Tamil Manila Congress. They swept the polls. A decade later, Rajinikanth did take credit that because of his statement, AIADMK was defeated. But when we talk about his political journey, his political ideas or his aspiration of politics is always connected with the Kaveri issue. We all know that Tamil Nadu and Karnataka have a Kaveri water row going on. In fact, it has been going on for decades now. And every time the Kaveri issue erupted, then Tamil Nadu outfits, they have continuously asked Rajinikanth that why he has been silent on this particular issue. And in 2002, Rajinikanth announced that he's going to start a people's movement. In fact, he supported the interlinking of Himalayan and peninsular rivers. Now, taking this cue, he did support the NDA alliance in 2004 election, although NDA was defeated. But NDA had given him assurance that they would be implementing the water linking project to resolve the crisis of water in India. A decade later, there was again speculation that Rajinikanth might join BJP because in 2014 he met with the then Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi, who eventually won the elections in 2014. From that time, there have been speculations. Many experts have said Rajinikanth would ultimately join politics, but the question was when. Finally, in 2017, again on the last day, December 31st, 2017, Rajinikanth formally announced that he would join politics. He would contest in the 2021 Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly elections on all the constituencies. Everybody is waiting for his announcement for his political party, and finally in December 2020 he did announce, and we all spoke about that whether he's going to be a game changer or not. But a U-turn did happen very recently when he announced that he will neither enter politics and he will not launch a political party. But he did say that without entering politics, I would obviously serve the people of Tamil Nadu. So till here we know that he had huge aspirations to enter into politics, but now he has stopped. Is it temporary or permanent? We do not know. Probably after his health is improved, he might again think of rejoining Tamil Nadu politics. But right now, let's talk about the reason why he has quit. Although the formal statement did say that it is because of the health condition and the COVID pandemic which is going on, these are the main reasons for him not starting a political party. Rajinikanth clearly said that there are health risks. But if you look at Rajinikanth's announcement in 2017, with respect to his health, at that time also there were speculations that there are issues with his health. Although in 2017 there was no pandemic, but health issues have always been there. Now, because of this reason, many experts do believe that Rajinikanth wanted a graceful exit, or I would say Rajinikanth wanted an escape from this entire whirlwind of Tamil Nadu politics. And with this health reason, he has indeed exited gracefully from entering into politics itself, right? This is the analysis of experts. But let's talk about what is going to be the impact of Rajinikanth's announcement. So what we can say is that he did exit very gracefully, citing this health reason. But let's look at the readiness of Rajinikanth. Was he really ready to start a political outfit? Yes, health reason is given, but the real reason is that he was not prepared also. That is why experts do say that he has got an escape from this whirlwind which he was getting stuck into. If we talk about his preparedness, we all know that there was no political party. Although Rajinikanth proposed a political party, but it was only on the paper. There was no formal announcement which was supposed to come on December 31st. That is not going to happen. Apart from that, there was no political work or groundwork done. For any political outfit, a lot of groundwork is done. A good thing would have been if Rajinikanth would have traveled throughout the states to understand what are the people's wishes. He did not meet any people, nor his party members met any people. So he was not connected with the people, we can say. Apart from that, there was no structural setup also. Yes, the entry plan itself was very much delayed, and for a very long time, Rajinikanth did dilly-dally about entering into politics itself. And the party structure was a mere association of fans. So it was just fan associations who were supporting him. So one can say that he was not politically ready to enter into this battle, and maybe because of that he has backed out. And it may be a classic case where there was too much of media hype with a political party that was never ever born. It was just announced because Rajnikant is a mega star, is a superstar, and any announcement from him was obviously going to get a lot of media attention, and that did happen, but the party eventually did not fructify, right? So maybe he was not ready. But what we need to focus on is what is going to be the consequence of this particular decision. Now, if we look at what is going to happen in Tamil Nadu politics, there are so many smaller parties. But now, with Rajnikant's exit, one can simply say that it is going to be business as usual in Tamil Nadu, because it is going to be a two-cornered contest between DMK and AIDMK and whatever their allies are. Because the smaller parties, whatever Rajnikant's party would have been, which is not going to enter, apart from that, there are so many smaller parties like AMMK, NTK, the Makkalanidhi Mayam of Kamal Hassan, MDMK, DMDK, Vaiko, and Vijay. These are all small parties, and they're unlikely to get a bigger combine of vote percentage or any sort of seats. So a third front in Tamil Nadu is not realistic as of now. So it is going to be most likely a two-cornered contest between DMK and AIDMK, which has been a history of Tamil Nadu for a very, very long time. So it's going to be business as usual this time also, most likely. Right. But a bigger question is that what is Rajnikant going to do now? He said that I'm not going to enter politics, I'm not going to start my political party, but I will serve people. But the question that everybody is asking, that is he going to support BJP in Tamil Nadu? Because already statements have come that BJP does hope Rajnikant backs the NDA, National Democratic Alliance, in Tamil Nadu. There have been speculations galore that Rajnikant is nothing but a BJP's B team in Tamil Nadu. So will he support BJP or not? Only time is going to tell that. But right now, Rajnikant has said that he's not going to be involved in Tamil Nadu politics, but he will serve the people. Let's wait and watch whether he's going to support the NDA or not. Till then, stay tuned. That's it from my side on this part of discussion. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.